guys, I hope that you're doing so well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I have a booktube video for you. I'm going to be sharing my fall/Halloween book hopefuls. I can't wait to read some of these, and some of these have been on my TBR for a very long time and I need to read them. My cat literally just scared the... Nikki, you scared me so much. There's a bed right here and she came creeping around the corner. Wow, okay. Just a second. Oh, I didn't know you're so spooky. Anyways, so far I've been doing really well. I've read Fright Night, Missing Dead Girls, The Cheerleaders, and Killjoy, which was a Good Girl's Guide to Murder novella that you could read either before or probably in the middle of the series. Technically a prequel because it gives you a little insight, and I haven't read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, so it is on my TBR. Spoiler. So I thought that would be something fun to read. I'll have my Goodreads linked down below as well as my Pango books, so if you want to buy some of the books that I have read and I'm just looking to sell them, all that will be down below. But yeah, let's just get into it. I am reading Witchful Thinking currently by Celestine Martin. This is so good. This is so good, and I think this is one I'm going to definitely keep. I've been trying to be more thoughtful about after I read a book, do I see myself rereading it? Did I really enjoy it to keep it on my shelf? Things like that. It's between a witch and a merman. I have never read a book about a merman before. It's like my young dreams are coming true. This is so cute. I actually thrifted this, and the moment I saw the cover I was like, you got me there. You got me there. It's very cute. It's a romantic kind of comedy. It reminds me a little bit of the X-Hex, just similar vibes, a cozy, witchy, mystical town. And it is set in Freya Grove, which is in New Jersey. I think it's a fictional town, but I want to live there. I want to live there. So it's super cute. It's between Lucinda Carraway, and she is a witch from a long line of witches. This guy named Alex that she grew up with, and he's a merman, and his parents are merfolk and all the things. It's just super cute. I'm halfway done with this book. I'm hoping to finish that either today or tomorrow. And some other ones I've had on my TBR, so I actually filmed a TikTok saying you pick my read, what should I read next kind of thing, and I did all thriller, horror, and just cozy fall reads. And so I'm trying to stick to those ones first, and then once I get through those books I'll go through the rest that I have for you. So going down that list, I have Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin, which I actually saw on TikTok a while ago, and I found it at the thrift store, and I was so excited to find it just because I felt I honestly forgot about it, and then when I saw it I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted this, didn't I? This is about Beth and Fran, and they spend their days traveling the ravaged New England coast, hunting feral men and harvesting their organs in a gruesome effort to ensure they'll never face the same fate. And this is a new release. I think this is from last year, so I've heard some really good things about it, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. Another one that is on my list that I've been wanting forever, and I found it at the thrift store, is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I found it at my favorite thrift store that has the best books. I always find TikTok books and just very popular ones. I found a couple Colleen Hoover books, so this was one of my stops, and I was just ecstatic to find it because I've been wanting this for so long. And I try not to buy my books brand new just because there's so many other outlets to buy books from that, I'd rather get it used somewhere, and so it was just super exciting to find it. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. It's just so cozy and sweet, and this one is about, as one of the few witches in Britain, Micah Moon knows that she has to hide her magic, keep her head down, and stay away from other witches so their powers don't mingle and draw attention. And as an orphan who lost her parents at a young age and was raised by strangers, she's used to being alone, and she follows the rules with one exception, an online account where she posts videos pretending to be a witch. She thinks no one will take it seriously, but someone does. And a lot of people have said it's just super charming and very cozy, so I'm looking forward to that one. I don't think I'll read every synopsis for each book, but I'll probably read the ones that I'm most excited about. Next one on my list, which it got damaged during transit, and this was a new purchase. It was from Amazon, and it's Mary. It's An Awakening of Terror by Nat Cassidy. This is a psychological thriller. I've heard some spooky things about this one. I am looking forward to reading this one, but it's kind of hefty, and so I'm okay, I'm gonna have to really be ready for it because it's, I think, close to 400 pages. A lot of the books I've been reading lately have been around 300 or less, and so I'll have to definitely, after this one, read a short book. So the next one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This one is very popular. I did get this at Target. It's funny because I'm like, I try and thrift all my books, and then I'm like, actually I did get this from Target. So this one I've heard nothing but good things about as well. It has like 5 stars, I think, or close to 5 stars on Goodreads. Like, everyone just praises this book, and it follows, I think her name's Pip, and she just is re-examining this cold case because there was a murder in her town. And the novella that I read, it all starts, like, I don't want to ruin the ending for you actually. So anyways, but the novella kind of like intertwines that to this first book. So I'd recommend reading that one if you get the chance. So this one is I actually have 2 of this author's books on my physical TBR, and these are considered extreme horror. There we go. I was like, ecstatic? No. No, this is considered extreme horror. It's called The Slaw by Erin Burgard, and I am actually terrified to read this. I was really, like, I wouldn't say excited, but I was intrigued when I first got them, and then that slowly dwindled because I kept seeing videos of people talking about it, and I'm like, maybe not. So it is really short, but it's very mighty in terms of like content. I watched this girl read it, and she was like trying not to throw up, so I'm like, well, that's awesome. I've never read extreme horror before. Some people consider My Best Friend's Exorcism extreme horror by Grady Hendrix, but I mean, there's parts that are like kind of gross, but like I don't know if it's extreme, but of course, like, that's per reader, like what they think. But this one, time and time again, people have said, and there's like a lot of really just not great things. So then I'm like, do I actually want to read that? But it is on my list, so like if I just get the guts to read it one day, I can read it. The other one I have, which I didn't pull to show you, is Playground, which is another one that's like pretty gruesome. So if you've read those books, like, let me know your thoughts, whether good or bad, down below, because I am just curious. If you've been following me for a while, I love always asking you what you think about books that I have on my list to read. This is one I've had on my TBR for quite a while. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. So I've only read one Grady Hendrix book, which was My Best Friend's Exorcism. I have it on my shelf, and his covers are just like super cool. I love. Oh my gosh, the one I forgot to show you is, I really want to read this fall, or like The Guide to Buying a Haunted House or whatever. That one, I want to read that. I have it on my other bookshelf. I got a signed copy. I just got it at a local bookstore to support, and I was so excited. It was like the last copy, and his autographs are like my favorite because he has a little ghost and it says boo, and I'm like, oh, so cute. Very on brand. But this one I've heard good things about as well. I've heard actually mixed reviews, but some people say that this is their favorite of his. So, and another one is The Final Girl Support Group. I got this one actually on Depop, which is surprising. I feel like I don't really find a lot of books on there, but this was a while ago. I think I'll just end up reading one of these books, but who knows, maybe I will read both because I've had them both on my bookshelf forever. Another one that I actually just grabbed, but I did thrift it, is by Meg Cabot, and she actually wrote The Princess Diaries. So this felt a little different, but it's called Haunted, A Tale of the Mediator, and this is about a medium, and her name's Susanna Simon, and it's so cool. Like, she speaks to dead people, and I love anything, like, ever since I grew up watching Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer Love Hewitt, like anything that has to do with that, I'm just so fascinated. I'm really excited. So this one is kind of like that. She's called a mediator, so she's a liaison between the living and the dead. Another one is by Natasha Preston. It's called The Fear. I've actually seen a lot of her books on this Book Talk Baddies Facebook group I'm in. I haven't seen anything about this book in particular, but I've just heard really good things about this author in general. And my last 2 books are Riley Sager books, which I've never read anything by Riley Sager, but I have also heard good things about him, and just like the thriller books in general that he produces are really good. So this one's called The House Across the Lake. I've thrifted both of these ones, and then this one's called Survive the Night. I've actually heard not great things about this one. It's actually placed like in a car the entire time, I guess. And then this one I haven't heard much about, but I am looking forward to reading them. I've been seeing Riley Sager on my book talk since like ever. Like, everyone talks about Riley Sager, at least in like the thriller horror community on book talk. I've seen just so much about his book. I can't wait to finish Wishful Thinking. But if you, like I said earlier, if you've read any of these, please comment down below your thoughts. Comment down your hopefuls for the fall. I have so many other books that I'd love to read, and I'm sure I'll get to them eventually, but these are just the select few that I thought I'd share with you. And I maybe will do like a wrap up of like what I read and what I thought of each one. Let me know if you're interested in anything like that. But until next time, shine bright and stay tuned for Mollyween, which starts this Sunday. If you are new here, Mollyween is a series that I started on my channel a few years ago. I love everything to do with Halloween, if you can't already tell. Halloween, fall, autumn, like it makes my heart so happy, and I've already started decorating a little bit, but I love it and I want to share my love for it with you all. I do Spooky Story Sundays. I talk about other just like haunted places. I do like fall activities with you, crafts, lookbook videos to feed my fashion loving self. If you like any of that, definitely subscribe, stick around, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, shine bright. Bye!